Blessed day, everyone. I'm Senorin-Delacruz, your trusted wealth coach, author, and speaker. Welcome to my interview series entitled Nanay Knows Best, Inspiring Stories of Empowered Filipina Mothers. Join me for 30 days as I feature and honor mothers who serve their families and their communities with joy, hope, and love. We aim to spread positivity, inspire people to take action, and have faith that we can make it despite this crisis. This is also an advanced celebration for Mother's Day! Our guest for this episode is married to John Michael, an auditor for 16 years. They have 3 kids, Danielle, 12 years old, Brielle, 7, and Samuel, 2. She's an author of an inspirational book, Mama, You Have Power Beyond Measure, an entrepreneur and strategic planning director and consultant for an advertising agency. Let us all welcome on the show, Nanay Jasmin Uson Reyes!
Hi, Janice. Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show.
First of all, I'd like to ask you, Jasmin, what are you grateful for today?
You know what? Ever since this quarantine started, I realized even more the value of simple joys. So today, I'm just grateful that when I woke up, I got a hug from my toddler and saying he wants to sleep a bit more. So we just hugged a little longer. And, you know, that short moment of togetherness with my child is something that I'm already grateful for.
Ako, I for myself want to experience that as well kasi wala pa akong baby eh.
Oh, soon, in God's time.
Yes, of course. So, I'd like to know, Jasmin, what kind of mother are you?
I'm a very hands-on mom, but also very relaxed. So, not the helicopter type mom, you know. So, I'm the type who gives them freedom to be who they are, to choose activities and things that they want to do while still imposing limits and boundaries. So, yun, parang more of a balance of being relaxed but still making sure that, you know, they're disciplined.
Can you clarify, ano yung helicopter mom? I'm not familiar with it.
Yung helicopter mom, kasi it's a term that people use to talk about moms who are hovering over the kids all the time. Yung parang doing everything for them, making sure that, you know, they are protected, and I'm not that type. Mas relaxed ako. Parang I let them
be. So yung kids mo, if everybody talaga anuhin mo yan, di ba? So pagod-pagod ka yan din.
Oo, wala nang matitira sa akin na oras at saka energy.
Okay. Right now that naka-quarantine tayo and lockdown, how do you take care of your kids?
The biggest change is we're together 24/7. No? But as I mentioned earlier, I still have work to do. So I need time in between taking care of them to make sure that, you know, I still fulfill my other roles. But my kids kasi have a big age gap. Daniel, my 12-year-old, he doesn't really need me to be so hands-on anymore kasi ano na yan developing his own sets of interest. Meron na siyang, alam mo yun, medyo nagsasarili na ng konti. But I still make it a point to ask him how he is and spend time with him. So every afternoon, we still go walking or biking around the village. Yung ganon, parang may presence pa din. Brielle naman, my 7-year-old, she still needs me, really, to be present for her. We do activities together, like we do painting, we talk a lot. Sometimes she joins me when I do my exercise videos, or we also walk around the village in the afternoon to get some fresh air and sunshine and then say hi to our neighbors. And then Samuel, my 2-year-old, he's very active. Spend one-on-one time with him in the playroom where he's allowed to just play freely. Tapos mag-nursery rhymes kami. I read books to him. I tell him stories. I give him a bath. So yun, within the day, I make sure na meron akong time for all of them and they still feel my presence.
Yun din yung routine nyo as a family?
Yes, oo. So parang in the mornings, I try to set that time na with especially with my younger ones. So we do na our activities together, our mommy and child activities together. Kasi in the afternoon, usually, I have to work or I have calls. Pagdating ng 5, routine namin, stop everything, go for a walk around the village or go biking around the village para may fresh air pa din, may sunshine. Yun.
Ayun, parang naghahanap na yata ng mother yung anak mo.
Oo nga, I have to tell her that mommy's in a call. Okay, lumabas na nga ako para medyo tahimik.
So, dun sa 3 anak mo, sino dun yung parang talagang ka-close mo at medyo kaugali?
The girl, I only have one girl si Brielle. Kasi I'm close to all of them, but since we have the same interests, so she's into fashion, she's into all of this girly stuff. So magkasundo kami. Mahilig siyang, before the quarantine, mahilig niyang, to go to shops and browse and yung look at pretty dresses, mga ganyan. Mahilig din yan mga mani-pedi. But, as a treat lang sometimes.
Importante talaga sa mag-ina yung meron talagang specific, no? So, may bawat anak mo talaga you really spend time with them. Hindi sila yung sabay-sabay, no? Para ma-build din.
Yes.
How do you discipline your children?
Usually time out, how it works is I tell them to stay in a corner. Kunwari makulit, so I tell them to stay in a corner, and then the time is equivalent to a minute for every year of their age. So for example, si Samuel is 2, ang timeout niya is 2 minutes. Si Brielle is 7, ang timeout niya is 7 minutes. Si Daniel is 12 na, so medyo hindi na siya nata-timeout kasi kahit pa paano mature na. But, pero if it doesn't work, I have to spank. That's the only time. Parang warnings, time out, tapos kapag talagang hindi at makulit, that's the time I will spank and get mine. Meron ding times na, like recently, because nga we're staying in the house 24/7, ang dalas nilang mag-away. Mga petty fights.
Okay.
There was one time, kahit na anong saway ko, ayaw tumigil. So I banished them all to their rooms. Kanya-kanyang rooms sila. Except for the 2-year-old kasi hindi pa siya pwede iwan mag-isa. But the 12-year-old and the 7-year-old, I made them stay there for 30 minutes without any entertainment. They don't have TV in their rooms So after that, kalmado na sila. Magkabati na sila.
Hindi na mismo yung ayos nung problem nila, yung away nila.
Yeah, I really try to avoid being the referee all the time kasi kapagod yun I tell them to sort out their own differences. Pero pag hindi nag-work, that's the time I intervene.
How do you handle naman mga sibling rivalry? Meron ba sa kanila, sa magkakapatid? Especially yung dalawa?
I'm very lucky. My kids parang well-adjusted. Parang we were able to prepare our eldest for the arrival of our second child. So parang wala ko masyadong na-observe. Except for yun nga, yung mga petty fights, which is normal among siblings. Parang wala namang inggitan or any rivalry. Siguro because boy and then girl.
Can you tell us a story or an instance wherein you were able to practice the saying na mother knows best or yung tinatawag na mother's instinct?
Yun nga yung instinct na na as a mom, may intuition ka na your child's not feeling well or your child is sad or your child is going through something. So parang instinctively alam ko when I need to be there for my children. Even if they don't tell me, I can tell just, one look at them and parang, okay, something didn't go well in school today. So I'm able to talk to them and I'm able to set time aside for them to help them process.
Curious din ako malaman kasi di ba may 12-year-old kayo, eldest mo. So medyo yung stage na may awkwardness, di ba?
Yes. Yan mismo kami ngayon.
Yung secretive na. So how do you handle that kind of situation? How do you let this your son open up to you?
That one, admittedly, when he started being a tween, it's harder na to get things out of him. Ayaw niya kasi nung parang kung investigador na tanong ka ng tanong. So, I try to just parang inject it in conversation casually. Parang, uy, balita ko, ganyan daw. But also kasi, I know the parents of his classmates. I know, most of his classmates and friends in school. So, nakakabalita rin ako from other sources. If something happens, yung starting point ko yon ng conversation. Oy, I heard from tita ganito that this happened in school, ganyan. So, pag ganon, he opens up to me na. Pero mahirap pa din. It's this age, tanggap ko na he's not gonna be so chatty and he's not gonna volunteer information. So, I'm just trying to just be there and let him know if ever he needs me. I'm here lang.
Ever since ba working mom ka na talaga?
Yes. Kasi my setup is, I was a full-time corporate mom. So for 2 years, I was working full-time, very, very busy in advertising. I was a business unit director. I just don't know how I survived those 2 years, but those were the two most difficult years as a parent for me. After that, my husband and I decided na it's just money we were giving up, but the years that our child is growing up, we can't take that back anymore. Money you can always earn in the future, but the years, once they pass, yun na yun, di ba? You can't really go back. So I resigned from that job, and then I opened a Kumon Center, which allowed me to be there for my kids. And then eventually na lang din, my friends in the advertising industry kept persuading me to come back. I said yes, but on a consultancy basis, meaning I don't need to be in the office physically. So I just do the work and then I just attend meetings. So mas manageable siya ngayon.
Being a mom, ano yung parang greatest fear mo?
Fear ko is that my kids won't grow up to be responsible, God-fearing, and loving people. Parang I just want to make sure na when they grow up, they live lives of purpose. Hopefully, I'm planting the seeds, grow into responsible, God-fearing adults.
Ganda nun. Actually, nung sinabi mo yung very difficult decision na you have to give up your career, di ba, for your children.
Mm-hmm.
Talagang, you know your priorities, di ba? And yung mga ganung decisions then is not really your own decision as well. I'm sure you pinag-usapan yun ng matindi ng asawa mo.
Oh, yeah.
And then you even consulted siguro some other. Do you have any advice other mothers out there who are struggling? Yung ganyang situation na they're working and at the same time taking care of their kids, and then especially now yung situation na quarantine.
This is probably cliche, but I learned this the hard way. We have kids. Your world is turned upside down, di ba? Your entire universe revolves around them, and sometimes you tend to lose yourself. You forget who you are, and in the process of caring for your kids and attending to their needs, parang hindi mo nakilala yung sarili mo. It happened to me. So you don't fall into this trap. You need to love yourself. You need to keep doing things that make you happy, that make you who you are. You can't give from an empty cup kasi. Diba? What will you give if there's nothing in there? You need to keep refilling your love tank. Me, lalo na ngayon, diba, you're struggling and this crisis, we don't know how long it's gonna last. Set time aside every day to still do something for yourself and love yourself. And connect with God also, kasi He's the greatest source of love.
Can you share to us some tips of how you love yourself?
I make it a point to spend quiet time in the morning. After breakfast with the family, I have my quiet time. I do my Abide meditation. It's an app that I use. And then do my Bible reading time, prayer time, and then listen to inspirational music. Then after that, I feel refreshed and ready to start my day. But also practical things, no? Like still be active, try to exercise pa din. I do Zoom workouts with my friends.
Wow.
To stay fit kasi otherwise, ang hirap naman kain ka ng kain during the quarantine but you're not burning any calories. So yun, mga practical things. Make sure you sleep also is very important. Try to sleep, at least 8 hours a day. Huwag masyadong Netflix.
Sabi nga nila kapag you're with children, di ba, nakakabata.
Oo. Although nakakatanda yan, I must say.
Nakakatanda din. So, depende na lang siguro sa nanay.
Oo, the stress of homeschooling. Oo.
Okay.
But it's true. Nakakabata. Iba yung joy.
So, what is that one life lesson or value that you want to impart to our viewers in terms of yung matatandaan ng mga anak mo?
Ngayon, during this time of quarantine, there's so much uncertainty around us, diba? We don't know how long it's gonna last. So for me, from this time, I want my kids to learn to have complete trust in divine providence and surrender to God's will completely. Parang it's important for them to cling to God and His steadfast love because He's really the only certain thing in this uncertain world. If they can learn to do that when they're adults, I think they're all set. Also, kindness. So we see how many people are suffering now. If you can just do something to help others, to alleviate their suffering, it would also, make the world a better place. So I hope those two things they learn to do.
Yung ating two greatest commandments, di ba? Love your God and
Yeah.
love your neighbors.
Oh, that's true. That's true. One.
Thank you for the reminder, not only for mga mothers out there, message din yan para sa mga anak din. Diba? I'd like to invite you now to promote any of your business or advocacies and then any final message to our viewers.
If you want to be empowered as a mom, to find your true purpose beyond motherhood, discover your true powers and live the best life you could possibly have, I invite you to read my book, Mama, You Have Power Beyond Measure. Since it was launched last year, I've received numerous messages from readers about how it has touched their hearts and their lives and how it has changed the mindset. So I hope you will also find words of comfort and wisdom from that book. And also, please watch out for a new book, To the First Woman Who Ever Loved Me. It's a tribute to mothers. It's a collaboration with other authors like Janice, Shana Sino, Bo Sanchez, diba? So we're so excited for this new book to be launched soon, and we hope it will also bless mothers all over the world and the country. This is the book, Mama, You Have Power Beyond Measure. So it's available in Amazon and Lazada after the quarantine. Kasi right now, shipping is limited. But in Amazon, you can order the ebook and the physical copy, the hard copy of the book also in Amazon for those who live abroad. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
I think final message is, I understand that this is not an easy time for everyone. Daming anxiety, daming uncertainty. Be easy on yourself. Give yourself time to adjust to this new reality. Don't compare yourself with other mothers. They will always read about a mom who has her act together, na nag-homeschooling with kids, following a rigid schedule. Good for them, but if that's not your reality at the moment, it doesn't make you less of a mom. This new situation is already hard enough, so you don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself to perform. Just do your best to be loving to yourself, to your husband, and to your family. I think that's enough.
Thank you very much again, Jasmin, for guesting in my show. So I'm sure our viewers are able to learn a lot from you, your wisdom as a mom. Yes. There you have it, friends. We have heard the wonderful story of Nanay Jasmin and her family. Join us again tomorrow for our next episode of Nanay Knows Best. Stay safe and happy, everyone. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Janice.